Up next, Brad Clarke tells us all about his amazing youth work, which takes him all the way across the globe to Nepal, where they're climbing mountains to overcome migrant intolerance.
My name's Brad Clarke. I've been a youth worker for about 10 years. I've developed my own organisation, my own company called Better Communities Consulting. I still work with Diversitat in training. I deliver Cert 4 in youth work. The project Climb Above Intolerance came from a couple of different things. One was I've had a relationship with Nepal for about 14 years. So I've been taking groups of young people to Nepal since 2000, and I thoroughly love the country. It's one of the most amazing countries you could ever visit. So you combine Nepal with youth work and also Diversitat, which was originally a migrant resource centre and increasingly supporting migrants, newly emerging communities and refugees. It made sense for me, I guess philosophically, to put together a project that celebrated diversity and showed that diversity is a good thing. Climb Above Intolerance was developed. It was designed to give 6 or 7 young people from local diverse communities the opportunity to work together for a 6-month period in an attempt to summit Mera Peak, which is just next door to Mount Everest, with a group of young people who were not at risk but had in fact shown leadership qualities and were doing leadership roles in their own community. I'm a real advocate of expeditionary learning. We put young people into situations where they can test their own boundaries and start to learn about themselves. The project started with us just talking about some of the issues of tolerance and diversity. You know, there's some fear and anxiety of change and growing intolerance of each other. So how do we as community leaders and these young leaders challenge that? So we took them over to Nepal. It wasn't easy, it was a real challenge. We found that the social dynamics were really tough, partly because there was a lack of awareness of each other's needs. But then you add this complex stuff of living in tents for 3 or 4 weeks in really cold conditions. You know, it was getting down to -10, -15 at night, and then literally walking and climbing for 8, 9, 10 hours a day over a 3-week period. And we all had our issues at times with the physical requirements. And that being the case, we relied on each other a lot to get each other to camp each night. Well, we got 2 guys to the summit. Most of us got to around 6,000 metres above sea level, but 2 of the fit guys got to 6,500 metres. And I said right from the start that if we got even 1 person to the summit, we all succeeded, and I certainly believe that to be the case. For me, the opportunity to continue to work with youth workers is something that I'm really passionate about. Having managed and worked as a youth worker for so many years, I see a lot of the challenges that youth workers face. So I spend a lot of time with youth workers and up-and-coming youth workers on understanding their values and their impact of their values on others. One of the core youth work practices is to be non-judgmental and tolerant. It doesn't matter on the way I view a young person, if they are drug dependent, if they're homeless, if they're HIV positive, or if they're successful, whatever successful means. You treat each young person from a position of respect. And that, if we extend that out to this project, that was really what we were talking about with this Climb Above Intolerance project. You know, it was about saying it doesn't matter what people's stories are, it doesn't matter where they come from, it doesn't matter what barriers or successes they've had. As a starting point, we should respect them and their journey. And that's really one of those foundation skills for youth workers.